Okay, so you know that feeling. Money comes in, you blink, and then poof, it's just vanished. Like magic. You're left standing there thinking, where did it all actually go?
Yeah.
You're definitely not alone if that sounds familiar.
Oh, absolutely. That happens to so many people. And honestly, it's not really that surprising when you think about it. Money can feel like this slippery, mysterious thing. We're always chasing it, but maybe never quite getting a handle on it.
Yeah, and it has so much power, right? Over our decisions, our stress, even our dreams. And that's exactly why we wanted to, well, create this space here on The Deep Dive. I'm Matt.
And I'm Betty.
And together, we're hosting the Money Podcast Show. It's basically a segment right here designed to be practical, relatable.
Yeah, we want to break down money. Like, what is it really? How does it actually work out there in the world? And why do so many of us feel kind of confused or maybe just stuck when it comes to our own finances?
Our mission really is pretty simple. We're here to unpack all that essential stuff that, well, school definitely never taught us about money. You know, how to spend it smarter, save it properly, maybe even grow it. And ultimately, stop letting money control our lives.
It's such a huge gap, isn't it, in our education? We get thrown into the adult world and suddenly we're supposed to know how to manage everything, budgeting, mortgages, investing, without any real instructions. We really want to help change that, help you feel like you're in charge.
Yeah, and let's be really clear right from the start. This is not going to be another one of those super dry financial deep dives, you know the ones, full of complicated theories and jargon that just makes your eyes glaze over.
Definitely not.
We promise. This is about real talk.
Yeah.
Practical advice, getting answers you can actually use without feeling, totally overwhelmed. We're aiming for fun, smart, and relatable. Because honestly, understanding your money shouldn't feel like a chore or some impossible puzzle.
No, it should feel empowering.
Exactly.
And that's why in our upcoming deep dives, we're going to tackle some pretty fundamental ideas, stuff that might just flip how you see things.
Like, have you ever really stopped to think about what money actually is?
Yeah.
I mean, beyond, the cash or the number on a screen, it sounds so basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if the way it works today, based on things like credit and trust, means we've been kind of misunderstanding saving and maybe wealth creation too?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about that might just reframe, well, every money decision you make.
It's genuinely eye-opening because once you grasp that, you start seeing why maybe some of the old advice feels a bit off for you specifically. Understanding how it evolved, how it works now, it just gives you a much stronger footing for making smarter choices.
And speaking of fundamentals, we're definitely going to dive into something that sounds simple, but it can literally save your entire paycheck. Understanding that crucial difference between needs and wants.
Oh, yeah.
So many people hear that and think, oh, great sacrifice. But really, it's about clarity, about putting your money towards what actually serves your life, your goals.
Oh, I can so relate to that struggle. I definitely remember thinking I needed that fancy coffee every single morning. It just felt essential, part of my routine.
Right.
But once I really sat down and thought, okay, is this a need for caffeine or a want for that specific fancy barista thing? Suddenly, budgeting got way simpler. It's about making conscious choices, not feeling deprived. It's amazing how your mindset shifts.
Exactly, conscious choices. And that leads us right into living within your means.
That phrase. It can feel like a straitjacket, can't it? Like you're just doomed to miss out on stuff. But we're going to challenge that, show you how reframing, it isn't about restriction at all. It's actually about unlocking real freedom, building solid financial stability.
Yeah, it's a total aha moment when it clicks.
It is.
And what's really powerful is when you consistently spend less than you earn, you build up this buffer. And that buffer becomes choices. The choice to maybe chase a passion project or take a different job or just handle an unexpected bill without freaking out.
Yeah, it's not just about saving money. It's about buying yourself options. Peace of mind.
Okay, and then debt. Oh boy, debt.
The big one.
The big bad villain in every money story, right? Or is it, we're going to ask that question, is debt really this monster? Or is it maybe a powerful tool that's just, well, often misunderstood? Maybe something that, if you use it strategically, could actually help you reach your goals.
That's such an important distinction, isn't it? Like, when is debt a trap and when is it leverage? Because let's face it, not all debt is the same.
Right.
Understanding the difference between, say, good debt, like a mortgage on a house that might go up in value, and bad debt, like crazy high-interest credit cards.
Right.
And then learning how to manage it, that can totally change your financial life. It's about being informed, not just, scared of every loan.
And let's talk about something super sneaky. Someone who just nibbles away at our salaries before we even notice.
Lifestyle creep.
Yes, lifestyle creep. You get a raise, you're thrilled, and then somehow all that extra cash just evaporates.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to uncover how it works, how it quietly eats up your money, and give you actual strategies to consistently spend less than you earn, even as your income grows.
Oh, I think everyone's been there. You look at your bank statement and just go, wait, where did it all go?
Exactly.
It's insidious because it often feels justified, right? Like, oh, just a slightly nicer apartment or eating out a bit more often, small upgrades.
Yeah, feels earned.
But it adds up. It really comes down to consciously deciding where your money goes instead of just letting your spending expand to fill your paycheck. It's a key habit. You got to master it for control.
And speaking of habits, we really want to dig into how our money habits get formed.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about willpower, is it?
Not at all.
They're shaped by deep stuff, underlying fears, maybe things from our childhood, how we were raised, and even, let's be real, some of the advice we pick up from places like TikTok, which, doesn't always translate well to real life.
It's fascinating how much psychology is involved in our financial behavior. Just recognizing those influences, maybe it's a scarcity mindset you picked up growing up, or feeling pressure to keep up with online trends, that's the first step.
Right.
Awareness.
Yeah, awareness. Then you can actually start addressing the root causes instead of just trying to force yourself to save more, which usually doesn't stick.
So yeah, we'll be exploring all of that and definitely more. We want to give you practical steps, like how to build saving habits that actually last. Maybe share some smart ideas for side hustles or boosting your income, and demystify basic investing so you can actually start working towards those big financial goals.
And we won't forget the tools either. We'll help you figure out how to choose the right ones, like understanding insurance or pensions without feeling totally lost or overwhelmed. Everything broken down clearly, no judgment, no super complicated theories, because really, the Money Podcast Show right here on The Deep Dive, it's built for regular people who just want to get their finances. We want to help you stop living paycheck to paycheck, start making smarter choices, feel empowered, step by step.
So, yeah, if you've ever felt kind of behind when it comes to money, this deep dive is absolutely for you.
And you know what? We're not just teasing today. We're actually diving into our very first topic right now. We're starting right at square one. What is money, really? Because if it turns out we've all been fundamentally misunderstanding what it is, well, that changes everything about how we manage it.
It sounds like such a simple question, doesn't it? What is money?
Yeah.
Most people would probably, point to a dollar bill or maybe the balance in their bank account.
Yeah, it seems obvious.
But that's really just scratching the surface. The deeper you dig, the more you realize how complex and, frankly, how man-made the whole concept of money is.
It is fascinating how our idea of it has changed over time. I mean, think way back. People used to barter, right?
Chickens for wheat.
Exactly. Then came commodity money stuff like salt or shells or gold and silver, things that had value in themselves.
Intrinsic value.
You could eat the salt, wear the gold. It was tangible.
Precisely. That intrinsic value was key. But even that had problems. Gold's heavy. And how do you make change for half a chicken?
Good point.
So then the idea of representation started, like certificates saying you own gold or silver stored somewhere safe, like a bank.
Ah, okay. So that was a step towards money being more like a promise.
Yeah.
Instead of the actual thing.
Exactly. A promise. And that's where things really start shifting towards what we have today. We move from commodity money to what's called fiat money. And this is where it gets really interesting for how we manage things now.
Fiat money.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Like the dollar or the euro.
Yep. That kind of money isn't backed by a physical thing like gold anymore. It's backed purely by government decree, by trust, by everyone just agreeing it has value.
It's valuable because we all believe it is.
Basically, yes. And that's a crucial difference. Because if money is based on trust and collective agreement, well, its supply isn't limited by how much gold is in a vault. Central banks, working with regular commercial banks, can actually create money.
Wait, hang on. Create money. Not just print the notes, but actually create it. That sounds huge, almost too powerful.
It is powerful, and it's how most of the money circulating in the economy actually comes into being. Think about when you take out a loan, say, for a house or a car. The bank isn't usually handing you cash from a vault.
Okay.
They're essentially creating new digital deposits on their computer system, on their balance sheet. That new deposit is new money injected into the economy.
Wow.
This whole process, it's often called fractional reserve banking.
Yeah.
It's fundamental to how our modern financial system works.
So if I get a mortgage for, say, $300,000, that money wasn't just sitting there waiting. It was essentially created in that moment based on my promise to pay it back.
That's the core of it, yeah.
That's kind of mind-blowing. It completely flips the script on money being some static pile of stuff.
It really does. It means money, in a very real sense, is credit. It's a system of promises. And those promises only hold value as long as people trust the system, trust the government, trust the banks, trust each other to repay debts.
And when that trust breaks down,
that's when you see financial crises happen.
Okay, wow. This changes how I think about saving then. If money is created through debt, does saving more or having less debt, does that somehow work against the system? That feels so backward to everything we're taught.
Not necessarily against it, no. It just means understanding how it really works lets you play the game more strategically. Money still does its job, right? If it's a medium of exchange, you use it to buy stuff. It's a unit of account, you measure value with it. And it's a store of value, you save it. But knowing it originates in credit helps you understand why managing debt isn't just about getting rid of it. It's about using it wisely. Like we talked about, good debt can be a really powerful tool for building wealth, like a loan for an investment property that brings in rent money.
Okay, that makes sense. So if money is basically promises and banks create it through loans, how does inflation fit in? It feels like if they can just make more money, wouldn't that just make everything worthless eventually?
That's the balancing act. It's a critical point. Yeah. The amount of money flowing around and how fast it's changing hands directly impacts inflation. If way too much money gets created compared to the actual goods and services available to buy, then yeah, each dollar buys less, prices go up.
Inflation.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why central banks are always monitoring things, trying to control the money supply. They're trying to keep the economy growing, but without letting inflation get out of control. It's a really delicate dance.
Wow. So money isn't just a simple tool at all. It's more like this complex living ecosystem built on trust, psychology, and behavior. And if you understand that, it changes your perspective on everything: saving, investing, debt. It's not just about piling up cash. It's about participating smartly in this dynamic system.
Precisely. That's the big takeaway, I think. Money is less of a thing and more of a process. And understanding that process, how it flows, how it's created, gives you a massive advantage.
Yeah.
It lets you move beyond just the surface level and make genuinely informed choices about your financial future instead of just, reacting to whatever the headlines say.
This really does reshape the whole conversation around personal finance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It makes you realize that being good with money isn't just about budgeting apps or finding coupons.
No.
It's about understanding the fundamental forces, the actual essence of what money is today. And with that understanding, you can navigate things with way more confidence, more control.
It really empowers you. You start seeing opportunities and risks that maybe others miss because they don't grasp the underlying mechanics. For instance, if you get the money can be created, you're maybe less likely to be totally paralyzed by the idea of debt. You're more likely to think, okay, how could this be used strategically? You start thinking like the system, not just reacting within it.
Yeah. So, okay, if you've ever felt behind with money, if you've ever wished you just had the secret decoder ring for how it all works, this deep dive is definitely for you.
Because, as we've just unpacked, understanding what money truly is beyond the obvious, it fundamentally changes everything. How you save, how you invest, how you even think about debt.
And in our next deep dive, we're going to build right on this foundation. We'll explore how this modern understanding of money impacts that crucial difference between needs and wants.
Yeah, and why getting that distinction right can literally save your entire paycheck. It's huge.
So definitely hit subscribe so you don't miss that one.
And hey, if you're already thinking, leave us a comment or send a message. We genuinely want to know what money questions keep you up at night.